This is a short video on how to calculate the net pension liability for cash basis governments. To calculate the liability, you will need access to information posted on the DRS website and a pension worksheet. This is the worksheet provided in the BARS manual, but for this video, we will use an abbreviated version. In column A, notice all the different types of plans. If your government contributes to any one of these plans, the information needed to fill out the worksheet is provided by DRS. Columns B and C are highlighted in green because these amounts will be directly entered based on what you find from DRS. Column D is a fixed amount based on what DRS has calculated for each one of the plans. In summary, information provided by DRS for your government will be entered into columns B and C, where applicable, and the spreadsheet will calculate the liability. So let's get started. At the DRS website, which is www.drs.wa.gov, you'll click in the upper right-hand corner on the link titled Employers. On the next page towards the middle under New GASB Standards, click on Learn More. Then off to the right under From DRS, click on Participating Employer Financial Information. Then click on the 2015 Participating Employer Financial Information. This is commonly referred to as the PEFI. Earlier, I explained that the amounts in column D of the worksheet came from this document. Column D are the fixed amounts calculated by DRS. To locate where these totals were calculated, you can scroll to the table of contents. It's called the Schedule of Collective Pension Amounts, and on page 129. And here you see the different plans. Here's PERS 1, PERS 2, 3, and then the ending net pension liability, 5.2, and these are expressed in thousands. So these amounts listed on this form are the amounts in column D. So returning to the PEFI, you're going to want to search this document, which is 140 pages, for the information that's needed in columns B and C of the workshop. So depending on what version of Acrobat Reader you have, you just use the search function. In this particular version, I'm going to use the magnifying glass, search. We will use the city of Sequim for this example. When I type in Sequim, you're going to notice that off to the left is a column titled Organization Identifying Number. For the city of Sequim, that number is 0856. So you have two options here. You can search on Sequim, which is going to result on everything that has Sequim, or you can search on 0856. In this example, I'm going to go with 0856. For the city of Sequim, you're going to see a column for employer contributions and an allocation percentage. Remember, those titles are exactly the same as the two columns B and C of the worksheet. So the columns from the PEFI for the contributions and the allocations go into these columns of B and C. Now, which plan they go on depends on what the PEFI says. So if you scroll up on this page, you'll notice that this is Public Employees Retirement System Plan 1. So this is PERS 1. For the city of Sequim, $23,406. and the percentage. So I'm going to go ahead and enter those on the worksheet next to PERS 1, 23,406, and the percentage of 0.005093, and it's important to enter this as a percentage, and then you see the amount calculated. We'll return to the PEFI. I'm going to hit next, and again the city of Sequim has contribution and the percentage. To figure out which plan this is, I again go to the top, and you'll notice that this says PERS 1 again, but then there's a secondary title that says Plan 1 UAAL. You look at the worksheet, you notice that there is a place here for PERS 1 UAAL. So this goes, these two amounts go right here. $129,639, and the allocation percentage of 0.0282207. And then the calculation. If you need more information on what the UAAL is about, please refer to the BARS manual. In summary, if you contribute to PERS 2 and 3, you'll have a PERS 1 UAAL contribution. So again, refer to the BARS manual if you need more information. Go back to the PEFI. I'm going to hit next. And this time you'll notice that the 0856 appears in the percentage. So we're going to skip this one because what we're really keying in on are the ID numbers for that particular government. Hit next again, and again it's embedded into the percentage. So I'm going to hit next a third time, fourth time, and now we're back in the ID number for SQUIM of 162, and this is for PERS 2 and 3. Okay, so you're going to continue to repeat this until you get through the entire document. Now I'm going to fast forward to a completed worksheet for the city of Sequim. So notice they have 5 separate entries, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Also notice that the left ones are at the bottom, and there are no employer contributions. You'll also notice that the collective pension amounts are negative. Just like the worksheet says, you're not going to use these numbers for reporting the net pension liability, because there is no liability here. So the real number that you're going to report as the total net pension liability is the summary of the amounts here. One thing that you should note is the total of all employer contributions. This number should be reconcilable and should be traceable to your records. So it's important to double check numbers that DRS has that you've contributed to plans. This number is used to determine the allocation percentage. So if there's an error in this calculation, you should contact DRS. If the numbers are correct or verifiable, we are now ready to post to the Schedule 9. The total net pension liability of $3,042,600, I'm going to flip over to Schedule 9, is the ending balance for fiscal year 2015. The ID number is going to be 264.30. The description is going to be net pension liability. Now you'll notice for fiscal year 2015 there will be no beginning balance. It's not necessary. To make the math work, you'll put the same amount in the additions, just like that. We have just completed calculating and reporting the net pension liability on Schedule 9. Please contact us if you have additional questions, and we hope this video was helpful.